Testing. Haven't done one of these in a minute. Thinking, pondering, contemplating, reflecting. But there is a link with psychology as to what happens when you turn to the left. It's not just as simple as the effect being, it's the cause which affects. Hype versus authenticity. Someone saying that they are of a certain level and they authentically manifest that particular declaration, some evidence, some pudding, some pie, some very tasty vanilla cheesecake. I've got my neighbours looking at me like, why is this guy butt naked? But listen, do you know what? This is part of the game, baby. We can all share the experience. We out here. Secondly, hype. This could be on a very, very micro scale. This could be you amongst your friends. I don't think you can be authentically associated with something, but you genuinely do not appreciate it, enjoy it, love it. You have to firstly believe, have a greater relationship with this idea than you do with the people that may be involved in the commentary on your life. Indirectly writing your biography, as it were, the pondering, wondering, acting. However, we live in a society where we sometimes feel that somehow it's a prerequisite for us to use our thumbs as one would have used a pen and a journal, let's say 50 years ago. You don't need to give people information about things you don't feel they're ready to absorb. Furthermore, if you're developing it and it's in the making, it doesn't get to be released if it's in the making. You know, there's a sneak peek, a preview, possibly a trailer of the movie before it comes out. But me, myself, I'm like, sometimes I'm just sitting there thinking, but how, why, brain, riddle me, why do you do this? So I might be looking at someone who has invested a substantial amount of time into an art form, practice, and they've become pretty damn good at that thing. Like, I don't know how you're killing. And then suddenly this devilish inclination, this devilish thought comes upon one's dome, whereby you start to think, pay yourself indirectly, maybe downplay yourself, maybe you're not doing enough because so-and-so's doing this, so-and-so's doing that. Similarly, sometimes you find yourself in a situation, and again, the same thing happens, but instead of you feeling inferior, you start to feel superior, and you're just thinking, how am I getting into this thought process? It's just in my mind, by the way. It's not something that I say. I'm just saying this in respect of this particular video. And I find it to be a source of destruction and self-punishment. And I largely find it to be an absolute waste of a cognitive journey. You're always going to have people that are going to supersede you in the moment. We're built to compete. There's always questions about, ethnicity, age, height, qualifications, credentials, language. So much going on that we don't even realize that we are constantly comparing ourselves to other people. If I lived on an island with no one else, no humanity to reflect upon me, would I ever truly compare myself or think of that instantaneous comparison? In life, in the journey of life, justice is only going to be given to you by your Maker, God Almighty. That's the only justice you're ever really going to have with regards to any injustice that you may have faced. And trying to find justice on planet Earth is now impossible. You just won't ever find it. Having debates about where you could have been, what you could have done, or why you're not in a certain space, irrelevant. I know I'm going off point. Tangent alert. It's not easy. Bottom line is, it takes time. The formula, any recipe to any excellent dish requires time. You need to invest time. And if you control time and you invest the time accordingly, you will be able to create a number of dishes and they will taste good and you will get a round of applause. But if you then try and switch the process over and think it's hype, it's marketing, it's media before the product is final, then that is not actually going to yield any results and you will be found out. This is the thing. People that get through life or success based on a moment of luck is always illuminated because time reveals everything. Don't follow the hype. Don't worry about the hype. Don't worry about how someone else did it. If you try to copy someone and do what they did, it's never going to be truly authentic to you. In order to earn the process, you're going to have a completely unique journey within the same process potentially, but it's going to be different for you. Do you. Do what you want to do and don't watch nobody.